whole confirmation process was quite contentious. Now, Gina Haspel will become the first female director of the CIA, but there were so many questions asked in the run-up to this decision. Now, the reason for it was that she was actually in charge of the Thailand station. She was a station chief in Thailand back in 2002, where they were running a black site, a secret prison where prisoners were tortured, essentially, and she oversaw that process. So a lot of the questions that were asked of her are what she thought of the torture, what she felt about the program at the time. So the argument went that the prisons were actually approved and sanctioned by not just the president, but both houses of Congress at the time. And since then, they have decided, the US has decided that this is not acceptable anymore. Torture is not acceptable anymore. These methods are no longer something they should be using. So she was asked what she felt about it now and whether she would be willing to challenge the president, who has made no secret of the fact that he's not against torture or those kinds of methods. And so what it was all hanging on is whether she felt she could stand up to the president. There were lots of Democrats, lots of people who questioned it, and also a very prominent Republican, John McCain, who himself was tortured as a prisoner of war in the past, who stood up against Gina Haspel. But in the end, what I think sold it was one of the Democrats on the Intelligence Committee who came forward and said, I do think she will be able to stand up to the president if she is now asked to do any of these methods or take any of these actions going forward.